Okay, so my automatically go live is not started yet. Okay. Hmm. Okay, not really sure. Oh, there we go. All right, that one's going. Let me get Insta going. Okay, let me turn YouTube back on. Did it restart itself? Okay, and I guess YouTube is live. Okay, all right, so I think we are all good here. All right, YouTube. I can't really tell. Okay, maybe we're live now. Okay, I'm gonna assume YouTube is live. YouTube is a little tricky. Okay, Insta looks good. Facebook is good. All right. So I believe we are good to go here, boys and girls. All right. It is Friday. It is Good Friday. For those of us who are doing Easter this weekend. Um, what a week! What a week! What a week! Let's just talk about the thing that's kind of affecting the travel world a little bit. Let's talk about the bridge collapse in Baltimore. The Francis Scott Key Bridge got hit, and a whole section of it is now no longer where it should be. Um, my heart goes out to the families who lost loved ones on the bridge. Um, those workers who are patching potholes and working on the road system really do put in a lot of hard work. They work a lot of crazy hours so that they can try to keep things open during high traffic time. I also want to send a shout out to the people on um, the ship that hit the bridge. They did radio in. They tried to get all the traffic off the bridge. I read somewhere they had less than 60 seconds to stop the traffic on the bridge and get the bridge clear. So I want to thank everybody that did whatever they could to make it a smaller event than it could have been. I'm also thankful that it happened in an off time, that the bridge wasn't full of traffic. Um, but my heart does go out to the people that lost people in that adventure this week. I also want to thank all the first responders who have been out there doing their thing, trying to save people, trying to help people. And I understand the Navy has sent in equipment to try to get the debris clear so that they can start figuring out what they've got so they can try to figure out rebuilding. So I want to thank them too. And yeah, if you sailed out of Baltimore last weekend, you are probably not sailing back into there this weekend. I've heard a lot of different things about when they're going to have the port up and running, when they're going to have the bridge rebuilt. I am hopeful that it will all happen sooner rather than later, but I know it is a very delicate dance and that you kind of have to get everything lined up just right for everything to work quite the way you want. So I'm hoping we get some good news and some good timelines. It is not super local for me, but it is local. But I also want to see, I know the port is a major player on the eastern seaboard, and there are a lot of important things that happen there, so I want to see that back to normal sooner rather than later if that's possible. But I'm realistic enough to realize that it might not be. Um, okay, so let's talk about some other things. Universal revealed part of Isle of Burke yesterday, a couple of the rides. Um, that's part of that whole Epic Universe thing they have going on. Isle of Burke is the How to Train Your Dragons themed area. Don't forget they're going to have a hotel within the park. And I have not seen anything, but I would imagine they are going to do something similar to Disneyland, where there's an exit from the hotel right into the theme park. That's true for California Adventure. So I'm thinking that's what they're going to do, but I've seen nothing. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. We are winding down spring break. week. I know some of the schools, I have somebody in New Jersey, and her daughter had this week and next week for spring break, but I know this is kind of the last hurrah for spring break. So now it's time to start looking towards summer. Maybe there's a family trip you've been looking forward to. Maybe you want to get everybody together at a beach house. Um, Maybe you want to take a cruise. Maybe you want to do the theme parks. Maybe you want to do a beach vacation. Maybe you want to do a family all inclusive. Somewhere different. Maybe you want to go visit a new city. I booked Disneyland Paris a couple weeks ago. I'm now quoting Hawaii. So there's travel's definitely happening. Um, but it's probably time to start looking toward summer and fall. So maybe you want to do the Epcot International Food and Wine Festival in Epcot. Maybe you want to do a Halloween event at your favorite theme park, be it Oogie Boogie Bash or Mickey's Not So Scary. That stuff is going to start booking sooner rather than later. So if that's on your list of plans for the fall, you might want to narrow down some dates, get your travel buddies together, do some advanced planning so that when those tickets drop, you can be first to get them because they do sell rather quickly. Don't forget, I don't want to leave out Halloween Horror Nights at Universal. And don't forget, they have a bunch of tours you can do as part of those. There's VIP passes. There's a not so scary tour for those of us like me who are scared to death and don't really want to do it, but would love to see the artistry that goes into it. The daylight tour is your best bet. You go into the whole area while it's all well lit, and you get to see some of the magic behind it and how they created it. I have not done one, but it's on my bucket list. One of these years, I'm going to get there for that. And I know I say that every year, but one of these years, I'm going to make it. I promise. I'm going to do Festival of the Arts first, though. I think. Um, so Halloween is not that far away. Um, you've also got a lot of really cool things possibly happening in between there. You might have a graduation. You might have a student going off to college. You might have a bachelorette or a bachelor party. You might have, maybe there's a wedding coming up and they just want to get all the groomsmen and bridesmaids and take them somewhere for a weekend so they can get to know each other a little bit. Um, there's all those kinds of cool things coming up before we end the year, not to mention the bigger holidays, Thanksgiving and Christmas, and I guess New Year's would technically not fit, but I think a lot of people that travel go between Christmas and New Year's, so it kind of falls in that. But we don't want to rush this year yet, do we? No, no, there's plenty of magic ahead. A couple other things I've seen. I saw some critters for Tiana's Bayou Adventure this week. They look pretty cute. The other thing I forgot to mention, I think it was last week, they are testing a new entrance system at Disneyland, and it's going to be accessible for all. It's going to be wide enough for strollers and wheelchairs, and it's going to make things more accessible and hopefully a little smoother, especially for those of us who go rope drop. So I'm curious to see more about that. Don't forget, California Adventure is currently doing food and wine. So if that's something you want to do next year, let me know. We can put you on the list and I can let you know when those dates open up. Um, all right, so let's go into the world of cruise. Oh, that's the other thing. I saw some of the detail. Um, I saw a post about some of the detail for the Ministry of Magic area in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. That looks pretty cool. It was a close-up shot of a building and some of the detail on it. So that's looking pretty cool too. I'm excited for all these new destinations and all these new adventures we're all going to have. All right, speaking of adventures, let's talk cruising adventures. We touched on all inclusive just briefly. They are a great way to maximize your fun and minimize your cost. Cruises also offer some of those same benefits, a lot of your food. is included and those kind of things. So cruises are another good one to look at. If you want to go without the kiddos, you could do a Virgin Voyage. And I told you, I think last week about that really cool thing I found where you can cruise for a whole month, and the ship just goes through, has like 3 or 4 itineraries it moves through, and you just stay on board and go to the next spot. But you do have to go start to finish. You can't get off in the middle. Um, Viking is also doing, they have discounts running um, through tomorrow for reduced priced airfare, reduced deposit costs for a lot of their European destinations. Um, Disney has already started releasing some fall stuff. They released Alani discounts this week, up to 20% on a 4 night stay, or up to 25% off a 5 night or more, for dates in the fall. So if you want to head to Hawaii in the fall, I can certainly help you with that. Um, don't forget, there's Disney, there's Carnival, there's Royal Caribbean, there's Princess. There's a cruise line for every cruiser, and I have found that a lot of cruisers have a favorite. So whatever your favorite is, I'm happy to help you book that for either this summer, this fall. Don't forget, if you're doing Disney, you can do Halloween themed cruises. You can do Christmas themed cruises. So they're all possibilities. Speaking of possibilities, I know for some of us the bunny is coming this weekend. So if the bunny is going to visit you, I hope he brings you lots of yummy treats. I hope everybody that's having events like egg hunts and some of those things that are better done outdoors, you get good weather for it. And I also hope that everybody has a safe and happy weekend. I want everybody to stay well, stay happy, think about traveling, and I will see you next week. Everybody stay safe and well till then. Bye.